Everybody, welcome back to the Healthy Living Scottsdale podcast. I'm your host, Coach Adam. We got Coach Tara here today, as well as Director Jolie. We're going to be getting into a little bit with the holidays coming up here. Maybe by the time this is out, we might be the week of Thanksgiving. Maybe, I don't know, something like that, close to it. Some healthy holidays, how to stay on track, and all of that's brought up around this time every year. So before we get into it, we're going to do a member of the week as always. And Jolie, you want to take it away on this one?
Sure. This week we're shouting out Diane Lepresti. Diane just finished a 12-week Habits to Health nutrition with me, and she just absolutely crushed it. She did an in-body scan. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it. She was just integrating a lot of the things we're going to be talking about on this podcast over the holidays. They can be implemented, any time of the year, but upping protein, she's just been locking in with, really making sure that the habits that she's doing are really setting her up for success for the long term. Super consistent here. She would train on Zoom when she was away for the summer, just locked in. She's, been able to get her shoulder stronger and
came in with a shoulder problem when she first started. It's, I think, non-existent almost at this point. I mean,
she's been doing great.
So it's awesome progress, not only with the in-body but with the joint health as well. So keep crushing it, Diane. Excellent example of some of the stuff we're going to talk about here today. So I'm going to kind of talk about some misunderstandings or some reversal kind of thinking here with the holidays coming up, and we're going to stick with a framework, and it's kind of our holy trinity here, what we believe kind of checks and balances system of your frequency of your workouts being one, the intensity of your workouts being the second point, and then nutrition finishes off the trifecta. So as far as frequency of workouts and trying to remain consistent during the holidays, obviously, sometimes gyms aren't always open. The hours can be weird. Plus, everyone's got either people visiting or you're visiting yourself somewhere. How and what does consistency look like during the holidays?
Yeah,
you guys got.
I think something important to look at is okay, the holidays are coming up. Let me actually look at my schedule. Do I have whatever, cocktail parties, family gatherings, work events, things like that? Make sure that you know when you're going to be able to get your workouts in. If you're a 5-day-a-week person, you're I need to cut back to 3. Okay, let's make sure that they're scheduled in your calendar. That's a big one, I think, that people can really run with. So that'd be a big one, I would say.
Yeah. It's kind of that, it's kind of that all or nothing mentality, right? If you're a 5-day-a-week person, don't just be I'm gonna take.
If I don't get 5, I can't go at all.
Don't take 60 days off because there happen to be 2 holidays in November and December. It shouldn't be an all or nothing approach. You should be able to somehow adjust your schedule. Maybe it's a little bit of a dial back, and maybe you look at it as even a deload for yourself, kind of. But you want to keep the habit that you've established and the consistency that you've established, at least to some degree. So peeling back like that is a great way to do it. And then I guess it kind of relates to the intensity. If your frequency is not what you want it to be, how are you essentially taking advantage or making sure that the intensity, or you're getting the bang for your buck in your workouts when you are working out? What do you guys got on that?
I would say really prioritizing the time that you're available. Don't come in, when you do come into the gym, if you were that 5-day-a-weeker and then something happened, traveling in and out, doing this and that, grandma's in town, mom's in town, so I can only come in twice this week. Make those 2 days count.
Yeah.
Come in, get your warm-up together, for lack of a better word, attack the workout. I am not able to get in my 5 days. I have to come in today and get my work done.
Yeah.
So really you might even go that one step further than I would have if I came all 5 days. Pushing myself just a little bit more you're not gonna quote unquote make up the workout, but have the work done.
Yeah,
make
it's like
yourself
it's
better.
not just going through the motions, like having like, you know, a plan. And that's what like we try to push on people here at Legacy, is that all you got to do is show up
Yeah.
and put in a solid effort, because the structure is already taken care of for you. And that's where a lot of people fall off, right?
And we make it easy to show up.
Easy to show up.
We're open 5 a.m., you guys.
5 a.m. to 7 p.m. with 1 hour off right in the middle of that for lunch, so we don't starve and die. So that's a lot of hours for you to come in and get in, again, a 1 hour workout, 4% of your day. I mean, come on.
It's doable.
It's very doable. Not necessarily crushing yourself on like that peeled back kind of schedule, but just having that, you know, knowing that you're hitting, you know, your movement patterns and stuff like that, which again, we provide for you. It doesn't mean, you know, walk out the door feeling like you're just dead every time, but just having that purpose and be pushing yourself appropriately. Intention.
Yeah.
Move with intention. Yeah, because I think the loss of the routine and the schedule is, you know, that just, it's a trickle effect, and the consistency just falls off the shelf essentially, or I'll get back on track in January.
For sure.
It's like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, wipe out essentially half of November on and just start from scratch. It is much harder to come back and restart in January, even though you're thinking, oh, like fresh slate, all this stuff. It's much more beneficial to just keep on keeping on, even if it's at a lower frequency than you want.
And I think in addition to that, something I've heard members already saying is it's almost like the anticipation of the build-up of like, oh, I've got to get my holiday shopping done. I'm going to have this work party. I'm going to have this. I'm going to be gone for this week, and then I'm back for 4 days, and then I'm gone. And so they're thinking like, oh, okay, well, just I got to take 2 months off and just start it fresh in January. And we're trying to tell you guys that you do not have to do that. Like, you don't have to do that. Get in your work, like schedule your workouts. It's not that hard, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I sound like Zach saying that. It's
2
not
to
that
5
hard.
days. 2 to 5 days.
It's just make sure you're creating a plan. You have some discipline to sticking to it. And if maybe you're normally like a 7 a.m. workout person, you got to come in at 2 p.m. Then okay, great. Like, we're here for you. Like, let's come up with a plan and stick to it through the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of they go together, the frequency and the intensity there, those two parts of the trifecta. The third part is the nutrition. And I think people kind of make the correlation between bad nutrition and holidays and kind of see them as one a lot of times, because there's just the amount of food sometimes, the food that's available, seasonal stuff that you like binge on that's not always around kind of thing. But you kind of got to stick to your guns here as far as the nutrition. Don't try to diet yourself and restrict yourself through the holidays.
It's the worst thing you could do.
It's gonna backfire on you. Just kind of reinforce 2 to 3 habits that maybe and hopefully you've already established when it's not holiday season. What are some examples of, you know, maybe let's list off a few things that are habits that maybe people have established and should look to keep like in the forefront of their brain, maybe 2, 3, 4 things. Yeah.
I like to call them kind of the pillars. So like, what are the things that like you can always come back to that you know are going to support you and keep that foundation nice and strong? Protein's a massive one, right? Protein, water consumption, those are probably the biggest two of like, okay, let's make sure that we're setting ourselves up with like something that's usually in your control is getting protein in, right?
And enough water, yes.
And enough water is a big one. So starting your day off with water, it's going to be
around the holidays, you have a lot of protein.
Exactly, yeah, for sure. Prioritize your protein, big one. Getting in your water, making sure that we're not like skipping our meals is going to be a big one. So getting a solid breakfast in filled with protein. Start your day off with water before caffeine. That's a big one. And then something I like to say sounds a little silly, but give yourself the permission to have like don't diet through the holidays. It goes off of that idea. Give yourself the permission to enjoy it. It's a day. It's not going to throw you off balance.
Eat your favorite Thanksgiving pie. Go for the slice. It's okay. It is okay. Just don't eat the whole pie.
Yeah, because when you go with that diet mentality, right, we're going with that scarcity mindset, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm never going to have this again. This is like the one time of year, and then we end up binging and feeling really bad about ourselves. So just give yourself the permission to have it and enjoy it, and then just move on.
Yeah,
just move on.
like that binging stuff. It's like just treat every day, even like treat Thanksgiving Day like a regular day. Like that doesn't mean starve yourself up to 3 o'clock and then just absolutely crush. Like have your regular breakfast, your regular lunch. Thanksgiving meal is still gonna be there, I hope, for all you guys. But you don't need to go and have like 4 plates of whatever it is. Just have a regular sized dinner, and like worst comes to worst, I'm sorry, Thanksgiving leftovers are like top 5 leftovers of all time. It's like
have it tomorrow.
Why not only just eat like a regular sized meal or whatever that looks like for you, and then have meals for like the next week or what, whatever it is. It's like nobody's telling you to eat your life away in like a 2-hour window on Thanksgiving Eve. So it's like, come on. So I think the best way to kind of do it over the holidays is, we've talked a lot in the past about tracking, whatever facet or thing it might be. I think at the end of the day, the tracking just brings about an awareness. So even like setting a reminder on your phone, just call it, track this, track protein, track steps, track sleep, something that you can look to and bring an awareness back to your health and the fact that you have goals, you've established habits, something to just trigger the brain and keep that rolling. We've talked about a few already. Tracking your protein intake, and that's grams, obviously. Water, staying hydrated, especially, there's a lot of sweets, a lot of salty situations here with the holidays. Like, counter it by staying very hydrated. Step count is a good one. Like, everyone wears, watches or something now, or rings.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea with this tracking, is like picking something, increase your awareness around it, and have that be something that acts as a pillar for you to come back to, of like, okay, well, I know I'm getting my, 8,000, 10,000 steps a day. I know that I'm tracking my workouts on a calendar. I know that I'm tracking my protein consumption. There's apps you could track your water. You don't have to go full, like, into like a meal tracking.
You don't need to whip out the little food scale.
MyFitnessPal, you don't have to go into it that far, but just by picking something, increasing the awareness around it. And even if you're not hitting your goal that day, the idea is like, we're still aware of like, okay, our activity, our protein, whatever it is that you want to track. Those are just the easiest ones.
Still making steps toward the goal. Like, you're not completely stopping because of the holidays.
Exactly.
Yep. I think sleep too, because the schedules get all wanky, and there's late parties and things like that. But especially if you're only getting in 2 to 3 workouts a week with like that dialed back schedule, you want to make sure you're recovering appropriately and taking advantage of those the best that you can. So we've talked about it a lot before. Sleep is super underrated, but it's understood that it's super important. But for a lot of people, it's hard to execute to like the degree that they should. Why does this matter as far as, I don't know. I mean, we've kind of we've touched on it a little bit, but it's much harder to, you've built up a routine and things like that, to just stop cold turkey and then try to start back up thinking that or you're telling yourself that you're going to do better this time. Just like the InBodies, it's like, it's not a do or die. Just, you're on a constant journey. Just keep making adjustments one way or the other. And it's the same kind of mindset or thinking as you go through the holidays, at least for the most part. You guys have anything else on how to kind of just, stay locked in, at least during the holidays, to a degree? I think we've covered most of it.
We covered most of it.
Yeah.
Create some structure. Make sure.
The biggest thing I like is trying to stay as consistent as you can.
Yeah.
If you're going from 5 days to 2 days, stay on your 2 days.
Yeah.
As close as you can.
Yeah. I think that's a good example here at Legacy. We have a lot of snowbirds are coming back into town that have been gone for, the last handful of months or whatever. And we're actually getting busier. And it's busy during the holidays for us, which is great, because we've always kind of pushed or reinforced to our members here that, the consistency is key to go with that trifecta. And, we're always pushing nutrition and then obviously our coaches on the floor with the intensity of each workout. So do we want to talk about what we're going to be doing in the near future? Okay. No? Okay. All right, so I think we're going to call it there, and we'll have some more great stuff for you guys next week.
Thank you so much for listening to the Healthy Living Scottsdale podcast. Do you have a question that you'd like for us to answer live on the podcast? If so, all you need to do is head over to the Apple Podcast app on your iPhone and do 3 simple things. First, leave us a rating and review telling me what you think of the podcast. In that review, ask anything you want related to health, fitness, or nutrition. And if you want a shout out, leave us your Instagram handle or name. That's all you have to do. Then listen to hear your questions answered live on the next Q&A episode.